right, here we go. We're going live.
We're live. Yeah,
Live.
It's Fridays on the Edge.
It's Fridays.
Woo! Fridays on the Edge.
So,
yes.
Fridays on the Edge. What's Fridays on the Edge? Every Friday, Cloud Underground shows up live to talk about whatever we're working on and building and just things about Fridays on the Edge. How did Fridays on the Edge start? We started as a company where we teach community cloud technologies by building cloud until eventually we built our own cloud by teaching cloud. And that we teach by using edge compute, and that's why we're Fridays on the Edge. Or it's also Friday, so if you're on edge, then it could be that too.
It could be just, yes.
It's Fridays. Are you
the
feeling
edge
on edge?
of the week, and it's time for Fridays on the Edge.
That's right.
Yes. Shout out to our dojo members.
Yes, I guess.
Yes.
I guess I should announce
So, yeah, we're going to announce real fast in the dojo that we are live because we're going to be talking tonight about what we're working on right now in the DevSecOps Dojo. Sorry, the dog is making sounds in the background. Vocal dogs speaking. Anyway, yeah, so right now in the DevSecOps Dojo, we just started today a little holiday hackathon that we are calling the Nexus Build-a-Thon. That is essentially, we are inviting everyone in the DevSecOps Dojo to build or design a concept for an app. And we have a couple like specifics for what we need that app to do. And then other than that is kind of like, the sky's the limit. Come up with the concept, start building it out. We have a few different ways that you can submit that project. And the winner we're going to essentially like build this app in the DevSecOps Dojo.
So. Yes. So for those who've been waiting all day, because people are actually waiting for this. So because we were just for those who've been waiting for this all day, we were going to have the hackathon details already live in Jira. But we want to talk about that.
Yes. So I'm still kind of working on the best way to like put all of that stuff in Jira. At the moment, I do have all the details though in the DevSecOps Dojo, in the announcement channel in the dojo. So that's another place that you can go and learn a little bit more about the concept and the idea for the hackathon. We're also going to talk about it here. That's also why we're streaming tonight. But I'm going to pull up my notes really fast so I make sure I get all the details correct.
Yeah, so let's talk about the details because we have to kick this off today. So it's officially hackathon time. But yes, we need to put the details.
Yeah, so in the announcements channel in the DevSecOps Dojo, you can see those. I'll also be making a post about this on LinkedIn tonight or tomorrow with all the details. But yes. Essentially, the hackathon is going to run for the next week until November 22nd. And once again, there are two main criteria that we want our app to be able to meet. Nato, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so basically to get this thing to work, basically what that is, we have dogs, we're just hanging out.
The dogs are bored.
They're very bored. They want to play ball. They're having a great time.
Anyways,
we're bored. What we're trying to basically accomplish with this hackathon is we have an active community where we're building everything for members to be able to run their own mentorship programs, because a lot of what started everything that we do is that we kind of do a 24 mentorship sort of thing in the DevSecOps Dojo always anyways. It's free. You can come into the dojo, you can talk to us, you can ask us questions. And we really all started with this whole thing where we just mentored other people on how to work with cloud native technologies. And then that turned into a growing business where now our members are also wanting to be able to do that same thing. And as we're growing, now they want to be able to mentor members as we once used to mentor folks not necessarily like the same way, but just that same kind of concept to pay it forward.
Yeah, to kind of provide mentorship in their areas of expertise or specific specialties. So we want to be able to create that space for both people looking for mentorship or career advice or whatever, and then also for our mentors to be able to match with people who are looking for the kind of advice and programming that they're providing essentially. So that's one of the needs for the app, is to help us pair people and for mentors to be able to interact with their mentees in the app. And other thoughts, Nato?
I should make sure we have audio. Do we have audio?
Oh, I guess we should make sure we have audio since we're sitting here talking into the void.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll look.
Oh, there's
okay,
audio.
We have audio. There is audio. Okay, we're good.
Audio. It's happened before, but
well,
not today.
There's a reason we check these things.
I know.
It's usually better to check them before you're in the middle of the stream, but
only 5 minutes in. Yeah. So requirement 1, just to reiterate, because I know we're just doing a bunch of things. Something to know about this stream format we're doing right now. We actually just decided to just run our business just out in the wild. So you're basically just watching us run our business, and if you're participating there, some of our viewers are actually watching this because how we're providing our instruction on how they can get paid and do all the things to do business with us. So anyways, requirement number 1, our members are wanting to be able to run their own mentorship programs, and so we wanted to help accommodate that and help people more easily be able to mentor others and beginners. So that's one thing that our app is supposed to provide. And then, so that's just a recap. So bring us to the next one.
Yeah. So the next thing is that we want to be able to showcase our approved mentors and members' profiles on this app. So kind of have a little social side that's can also be sort of a marketplace in the future for your skills and projects, that sort of thing.
And so this hackathon also is the first test job for what we're launching called Drop Squads. It's a job board. It's managed by us from Cloud Underground. Yes. We go out and we get business from real companies, and then we have to make sure that those projects can get completed.
Exactly. Then we have to staff those projects.
That's right.
We, as Cloud Underground, are a relatively small team, and we have kind of our executive advisors and team, and then we have Underground Ops, which is our service provider side. And so the best way that we found to find really talented individuals to work for us in Underground Ops is via the DevSecOps Dojo. It's a great way for us to kind of just meet you and see what kind of work you do and see your drive and tenacity and whether or not you follow through on things. And it's just a great way for us to meet people and find some amazing talent, because we found some really amazing people who are now in our Underground Ops ecosystem. So
yeah, and so basically the way that the hackathon submissions work is the same way that our Drop Squad job submissions are going to work, which is why so it's still going to be today for the Jira.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get some advice from some people in. I don't know Jira super well.
Yeah,
I have other people who know it better than me, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to post this in Jira.
Yeah, she's more of a web developer, so she can build websites and all these things. But she's
I think I'm just trying to wrap my brain around
Jira,
is this an issue, or is it a epic, or is it what? How do I classify this specific hackathon event
to make a
create a thing around it? Okay, yeah, I don't know. I kind of looked at it, but maybe you should look at it with me too. We'll figure it out. It'll happen tonight. We're working on it.
Yeah. So, anyways, but we're trying to come up with a long-term organization for how it works. That's part of it. It's not supposed to just be some random one-off project. So we're just organizing it for, if you're every time a new project comes in, how do you make sure that that's organized for someone to come in there, grab that project, and in this case, the hackathon. Project number 1 is our own community-hosted app for basically people to be able to run their own businesses that we host
Oh, I
that for
think
them.
okay. I think I'm starting to understand a little better. I think, but the thing with the hackathon is, isn't we like okay? So let me talk this through. Since
We're doing the
we're
business
doing live
live.
brainstorming here.
That's right, real
Because
business.
okay, so I thought so obviously with the job board concept, it'll be we'll post a job, we'll have have work for our underground ops consultants.
Yeah.
We'll post a job, kind of list the requirements, the specifications, the skills that you need to have in order to take the job, and then somebody can come in and pick up that job, and then that job is taken off the job board and is then in their like pool of work, right?
Yeah, like that's their job.
But how do you do that with a hackathon where it's like anyone can take it? It's like open to anyone. See, that's where I'm like getting stuck. It's like I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, we can make a job and then one person can take it, but the whole point of the hackathon is we want anyone who wants to build the idea.
How do we have
to be able to do it? So that's what I'm getting stuck on.
Let's get the feedback of the viewers, which we'll collect at the end of this. We'll have to look at all the
understand how to make a community like collaborative project in Jira. And I guess, our Jira environment is kind of specific to just like our underground ops consultants. So we are talking about that. It's not a public thing that anyone can just like jump into.
So not everyone can.
It is something we need to think about is like for bigger projects where we have multiple people working on thing. I just need to learn Jira better. I think that's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's probably
me too. Good. We're doing it in real time.
Me too, because I'm like
in action.
Yes. So the way that we work, if you were to go to our website at cloudunderground.dev, if you look at the little top banner, it says there's this free business builder program. If you join that free business builder program, it actually has like this role-based thing for how you can build a drop squad. That's actually how we work. You can actually see our exact business model. So a lot of this talking that we're doing, Jira is part of the dispatcher role. Mm-hmm. And so Laura is in that category in the dispatcher role, and I'm in the hacker role. So I spend more time making sure that people get access to the right resources from like an engineering standpoint and make sure that the engineering operations are working, manage the monitoring, observability. And I like make sure that like the security and all of it looks good. Mm-hmm. And then more on her end, she spends more time making sure that the right people have access to those things that I'm granting them the ability to access, and make sure that the right people are on the right projects and that they're all in the same place, like right people in the right places, I guess. It's all like who's where.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, definitely. Jira. Here's a question for you. One thing we did last week that I'm like, we kind of forgot to do when we started.
Yeah.
Should we go live in one of the voice channels so if people want to like chat in the dojo, they can?
Oh.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, we got to do that again. I guess maybe that's why we're not getting the discussion that we were trying to.
Yeah, I think that's probably why.
That's why we started. We started with discussion that way last.
Is it just the general conference room? I can jump in on.
Well, we have to. Device. We have to remember. I mean, we can see if anyone joins. So we'll just jump in there. Why not?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it on yours?
Sure, I'll jump in.
So if you're watching, I guess we're just going to jump into the audio channel.
Yeah, so if there is anyone in the dojo who, any members who want to like be on voice chat, you can hop in. We're in the general like chat room, and of course we'll post this video if you missed the beginning and want to know more of the details again.
That's right.
So you'll be able to watch it on LinkedIn, on Nato's LinkedIn profile, and also on the Cloud Underground YouTube channel.
But we just need to put something in there and like let people comment on it because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean it's
yeah. So if anyone jumps in, then anyways, we'll talk about it now. So,
cool.
There we go.
So I guess what else we need to talk about, Nato? Should we go over the details one last time?
Yeah. So the main thing is because this is new, we always do these things with really small circles of people. We don't approve that many people into these early stage things. I'll tell you why. So maybe I talk about a little bit about what we're doing and why we do it this way. Whenever we build like a new technology, which we've been doing this sort of thing for years, when we built the DevSecOps Dojo to begin with. We had first come up with this way of developing things quickly, and we had another company called Notia Point where we showed how to basically build a hardware based product that we could then put up for sale quickly enough to like then monetize, and then that would be the product that people could come and join our new program with. And so then we did exactly that, and then people joined the community, and and it monetized, and then that became the beginning of Cloud Underground.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, in terms of like how do you teach how to build a cloud by building cloud, a lot of it's really just funding and finding ways to like continue to fund it. So we were like, okay, well, we have to like teach people and then take what we're teaching and then find ways to sell that information, to like find people who will pay us enough to like go and grow and survive until eventually we were able to get big enough to so we've just always had to build our own products, like build this thing that people want to buy so that they can buy it. Oh, now build this thing that people want to buy, and then let them buy it. And so we build information packages for people and then sell that quickly. Build an information package, sell it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not uncommon for us to like sell anywhere from like 5 to 20 unique solutions in a given year or more, just because our flow of like, I guess the idea of like DevSecOps is we help people who have an idea make their idea real. That's really all we do. So if you have an idea, then it's like, okay, this person has an idea, this company has an idea, we're going to make this thing happen, and we're fast. And so then we used to market like, oh, well, we do this process so fast, so look, we can do it live. So we did that again. Recently, we built a new SaaS solution, and then we are now signing customers on our new company pipeline, where we now have a new SaaS solution, so we can provide people with services and benefits that we couldn't provide before.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that, this part of this hackathon is we have to have a new way of staffing. So the way that we do things is we don't always just go straight to everyone's welcome into this thing. We do like closed groups first. You could think of it as like close to a closed alpha or closed beta. And we usually start with five people. So if you're trying to build a product fast and you're trying to make monetize a product fast, it usually is easier to build and monetize something for 5 people, eat more easily and more quickly and efficiently than like trying to like find like 30 people or 100 people. Then you're just never going to have a solution that's going to sell anything.
Mm-hmm.
So like you just find like a very few people who matter. So we have basically like 5 participants
Mm-hmm.
in this. So anyways, so the goal for those of you who are participants, we need to make sure that we're going to put the submission format information in Jira, and then how you can submit that information. And then also, if you're in the DevSecOps Dojo in general and you want a chance to participate, we're willing to basically, if someone just wants to participate, the only way to get a new membership that will sponsor is if you want to make your own custom submission. Then you can use Docker Hub. So if you want to make a Docker Hub submission and you so happen to win the hackathon, we'll sponsor you and add you to the pipeline that we wouldn't typically do, because that costs a lot, and we can't sponsor everyone to be part of this.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be one way to get sponsored. So I guess you can win a sponsorship if you want to use Docker Hub and try to win this hackathon by just joining the DevSecOps Dojo and asking us for the details. We'll just do it. That we're willing to honor that if someone wants to get sponsored. What we do is we are a bring your own business pipeline, and then we have a program that also is for business builders, so that you can even build a whole business for free with our free resources. So we do expect you to bring your own business. If you don't know how to bring your own business, you can join the dojo for free and learn how to start building a business for free. And then once you eventually have your own business, then you could one day join our bring your own business pipeline, where we will help you get customers too. And we pretty much we're just going to help our folks get customers. It's really that. If you're building a business, you're joining our pipeline, you're getting approved to do business with us. We help you get your ideas to market. That's all we really care about is you have ideas, you want to get customers, you want to get to market, you want to serve people, you want to make something exciting happen. Make your ideas real, build business.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. No matter who you are. So, anyways, yeah. So I guess that's what we're doing. And then anyone who gets approved with our memberships can take work from us too. So what we mean by, so we have these things called Drop Squad job boards that are launching in December. So in December, in Jira, where we're also holding the information for the hackathon, we're going to start posting actual like little small test projects for pay. Those are only going to be like $100 to $1,000. So not a lot of money, but like I don't know if it's like one that pays $500 to $1,000, great. Otherwise, if it's like $100 task, it'll probably be something that's not that complicated. Or if you're just interested in learning and you want to make, I don't know, an easy $100 from doing something simple. But anyways, those projects are for folks who are already sponsored. So you would either have to win the hackathon to have access to those job boards. We're very performance based, so or you are already a member, and then you're going to qualify to just grab those cash jobs. And then if you don't want a job because it like doesn't pay enough to be worth your time, then that's up to you. You don't have to take a job you don't want. And then we're going to start growing those out in January. If you want to take work from us, or if you are looking to get your company staffed, because that's what we're going to be doing a lot of, is helping people get their companies staffed, because we're kind of like business matchmakers at this point. Like I was thinking about this the other day. I see a lot of companies with founders, the ones that make it oftentimes are very opposite of us, where they have like someone who's really strong, like salespeople and marketers and things like that. And then we're like so opposite. We're extremely engineering heavy, and people who are incredibly good at like engineering are usually not, they're the best salespeople and marketers. It's just not a thing. And so like while our labor and things like that, cost way more and stuff like that, we're not like a community of people who are good at selling. So we were like, well, I guess it probably makes more sense for us to do less of the engineering, and then we can kind of try to like help equalize that for folks. Because really it's also, if you're an engineer, you're probably more interested in, like, engineering is really complex and deep and takes like your whole, you don't really have time to go be doing sales anyways and then be engineering something. You don't exist for like 2 or 3 weeks if you're building certain things. It just depends. So I guess it's just different lifestyles, different ways of making a living. So we're trying to make something for ways like, if you are those more technical types and you just like to just be able to find ways to just focus on your engineering and not have to be a salesy person and grow your business, grow your operations, find customers. We want to be able to build opportunities for that. And then on the other side of the house, if you're the one who's like, you know how to find all kinds of things, but you just aren't the people with the engineers with lots of people who can build just about anything. You got ideas with super complex requirements, even insanely complex requirements. We can meet unusually complex requirements because we usually work with like military, government, and anything that's not as complicated as like dark sites, military, government, and things like that is way less complicated than what we're used to. So if you are a complex operation, we can work with you too. Even if you are also military or government, which is our most common type of customer we found. So we try to basically help you get the people who can actually make things happen and actually make really complex architectures and all that good stuff. And then make some cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about all that?
Yeah, I think that's all. That's a good summary of what we do and how we do it, for sure, and who's the right kind of people that we are looking for. Yeah, I think as far as like the hackathon stuff goes, once again, yeah, for our underground ops folks who are, you know, are in the DevSecOps Dojo. They've been wanting to develop this app, so that's kind of what this event is about. And anyone else is welcome to participate. And if you end up winning, we will sponsor you to be an underground ops member. So There you go, a little incentive. If you're not in the DevSecOps Dojo already, you can join in the link in the description of this video, wherever it is that you're watching it.
Yeah. So anyway, so if you're now wanting to participate, follow us in the dojo. We're in the dojo now, and we actually just have some questions about organizing the things, because we are building this into a long-term operation. So Underground Ops is the main company that we're building all of this around. So this company is a member-made business to begin with. And so all of this has been member made. So a lot of these things come from member made decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to continue that trend. So we're now available for that and are going to finalize those things in the DevSecOps Dojo chat. So if you are wanting to talk to us about this or give feedback or get information, that's what we're doing right now. And good times ahead.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We're excited to see what people submit for our Nexus Build-a-Thon, app Build-a-Thon, which again,
That's right.
We'll be talking about that next week. Fridays on the Edge is when all of this stuff will be due. So, or when our deadline for our app build is coming up. So
that's right. We built a new product just recently, and then now we're hosting a product on our new product. So we made one. Now we made a thing. Now our community's making a thing. And then it's just going to keep going that way. And then we're going to have job boards. So at first we figured out how to work certain types of jobs, make them exist. And now the community can have those jobs. And you could be someone who gets those jobs.
Yes, come be a part of our community.
Yes.
Join the DevSecOps Dojo.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Well, thanks everyone. Happy Friday. We'll see you next week for Fridays on the Edge with Cloud Underground. Yay!
We survived.
We did it.